this mug that I bought. It's a bootleg YouTube mug, which is supposed to motivate me to make more videos. And they actually had more of these, like there was a Facebook mug and a Twitter mug and an Instagram mug. And that's very funny because all of those sites are blocked in China. Hi! So all of my flatmates are out clubbing tonight and I didn't really feel like joining them. So I thought that maybe I should take this opportunity and show you guys around this flat that we're living in now, because what better opportunity will I get? But first, let me tell you about our first day in China, which we spent in a different place, just to give you some contrast. So essentially, we were supposed to take a flight from Warsaw to Paris, and from Paris to Guangzhou, and from Guangzhou to Changsha, where we were studying. But unfortunately, as it turned out, the flight from Paris was delayed for over 2 hours, and so we missed our flight to Changsha. So we arrived to Guangzhou completely exhausted because the previous flight was like 11 hours. And at first everybody was calming us down like, oh, don't worry, there were so many flights to Changsha. But no, as it turned out, the next flight was in 12 hours. And I was, just kind of preparing myself mentally for just staring at a wall for all this time. But then the airport employees came and they said that, oh, you don't have to sit here, we can just put you in a hotel for this time. And we're like, yes, please do. So they put us in like a shuttle and they took us to the hotel that we actually got to pick. It was very nice. It was like 4 stars hotel. They gave us 2 king-size rooms and those had like everything, air conditioning, a computer, a TV, those baskets with, like razors and combs and shower caps and everything. And actually one of them had a shower cabin like right in the middle for some reason. So I suppose that, when you come with somebody you get a rest and a show. I didn't though. Oh, and they gave us a free meal as well, so that's nice. And long story short, after that we arrived here, and that was a bit of a letdown, let's say, because you have to understand that we were after a long journey, we were just dreaming about laying down, getting some sleep at last. Except we couldn't, because as it turned out, nobody keeps an eye on these rooms, nobody keeps an eye on the state that they're in. And because of the humidity, because of the climate, everything got mold on it. And by everything, I mean the beds, the duvets, the bed covers, the pillows, all of that. But anyway, now I'm going to take you out for a tiny walk through the kitchen and the corridors and the bathroom, which, is interesting. I'm not going to show you my and my roommate's room today, because we are not done decorating it, so maybe some other day. Okay, and here's the entrance to our beautiful apartment. It doesn't have a handle for some reason. I suppose that this thing here is meant to be the handle. And here are the doors to our room, which are covered in one-piece stickers. And I didn't put them here, but I certainly don't mind them. And here is a mirror, and here I am. And here is a table, which is one of the few pieces of the furniture in our kitchen. And this here is actually a funny story, because my friends ordered, I think, like 3 meals and they got 6, so they brought some to me. Because, the lady didn't really understand them because nobody here speaks English. And here is the stove, which only has this one, I don't know what it is, it's one circle that you can actually cook things on. And here is some mold. Beautiful. And those are our water bottles, and you absolutely cannot live without those in China, because you cannot drink or brush your teeth using tap water, because you can actually get a poisoning from it. Here are the windows, and they actually slide open like this. And here is some other apartment building. Here's the fridge, here's the mold again, and this is pretty cool, and we didn't draw this. This was drawn by the people who lived here before us. As you can see, it's a map of the world, and you can see some intricate details. It's pretty awesome. And here is a bike that we found. And I don't mean we found it like here in China, I mean we found it in the kitchen. It was already here. We're not sure how it got here, but yeah, there's a bike. Here's a map of Changsha, I think. Yes, he's Changsha. Here's this little Chinese lady. And here is what the kitchen looks like. And as you can see, there is not much furniture in here. No cupboards, no nothing. It's pretty annoying. So yeah, I suppose that we will be buying more furniture for this area. Here's a corridor, and here is Raphael's room. I'm not going to go into anybody's room today because they didn't give me permission for that. Here is Magda's room. And here is the bathroom, for which I'm sure you're not ready, but I'm going to take you there anyway. And we have special slippers only for the bathroom because it gets messy, and you'll see why. Okay, let's start with something easy, you know, something less violent. So this is the washing machine, and the interesting thing about it is that it only washes in cold water. So as you can imagine, it doesn't wash much. And here's the sink, and we have no sink in the kitchen, so there is only this, and it has 3 faucets, and this middle one only operates the washing machine. Here's me again. Here is a drawing my friend made about fungi and stuff, and mold, I suppose. And here, are you ready? Ta-da! Yep, this is what the local thrones look like. It's just a hole in the ground, and I absolutely hate those. But what can you do? I still have to use them. Wonderful. And here's the shower, which is pretty run-of-the-mill. Nothing interesting to see here. So yeah, I guess that's all. Hiya, so my flatmates are out again, and so I am going to show you how the rooms look like. Or just, you know, my room and my half of the room, because I don't wanna, you know, disturb my roommate's privacy. But this is how big the rooms are. As you can see, it's not super tiny, but it's not very big. And there's the kitchen, here's some hangers. And this is my wall of friends. And you may recognize some of them from my parting party video. Yay, those are some of our Chinese friends. They're really cool. This is my desk with some stuff. This is my sketchbook. Those are my plants, and I learned the hard way that this one likes shade because we came back from the internship and it was almost dead. These are my succulents, and this is my succulent mug. It's really cute. It says, "Stay away from me." Yep, there's my lamp, which I love. And this is the desk, and it has like a lot of space in here, but it only has one drawer, one big drawer, and it didn't have any compartments. I made some compartments out of cardboard, which you can see here. So yeah, I just keep some random stuff here, some makeup, some washi tape, some glue, I don't know. Here's the chair, it's not too comfortable. Here's my stool, which I found on the street, and I just, you know, cleaned it and repainted it, and I put my feet on it. And I really like this cushion, it's so cute. We get 2 of these like little, I don't know, closets? I don't know, something, with 2 drawers. And this one's mine. This is my bed, and this is my panda, whom I got for my birthday, also from my friends, and he's from We Bear Bears cartoon. This is a really cute table, and you can buy a lot of these, many of those in the campus, because students buy them to study while sitting in bed. Here's my blanket, because it gets super cold in here. Here's some cosmetics, and this piece of furniture we actually also found outside, because I suppose some other students got rid of it and we didn't have that much furniture, so we just brought it in. Here's the air conditioning, and it works both as like cooling and warming device, obviously. Here's the wardrobe, and we only get 1 wardrobe for 2 people, which to me is ridiculous, because in Estonia we had 2 wardrobes. And this one only has one shelf, like up here. And I'm not going to show you because I didn't clean it. Here's a balcony, and doors slide open. And it's single glazing, so there's only one sheet of glass here. So when it's cold outside, it gets like right through. So it's super cold in here. Yeah, here's the balcony. Here's the like outlet of the air conditioning. And it's not very convenient that it's here because when we use the air conditioner, it gets super hot in here. So it makes things worse. But I suppose the laundry dries faster. And yeah, actually when we arrived, we were not sure how to hang our laundry here because we didn't have these strings, just those wires up there. And so it turns out that the Chinese hang all their laundry on hangers, and you need this little device which looks like this. Whee! And you take it. Oh, oops, I'm just destroying everything. And you put it like on a hanger and you lift it and you can take it off. Yay! And I always almost drop it. And then I'm gonna put it back. Whoop! Yeah. And all the balconies always have this kind of, I don't know what it's called. Like, oh, shut up. Like grating or something? I'm not talking about this mesh. This is for insects. But yeah, this is supposed to stop burglars or something. I don't know. And now I'm gonna quickly walk you through the staircase. And it's not very great looking. I don't know, I probably mentioned it before, but I feel like sometimes the Chinese, you know, just build a building and then don't maintain it. They just leave it like this. Those are the doors. This is like a box that operates electricity in the apartments. So you take a special card and you put it inside and then you have electricity. And here is my favorite lamp, which has been broken for like, I don't know, like 2 months now. So that's great, that's perfect. And many of the tiles are moving. Here something fell off also. So yeah, it's like, I don't know. I think that nobody comes here to check if anything is broken. There's some missing piece of tile. Yeah. So it's not the greatest. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this very short, very interesting video. And I will see you in the next one, which will hopefully be longer and with less mold. See ya! And huge... And those rooms had everything.